Hello everybody, this is Ryan and this is lesson 6 of working with JavaScript. In this lesson we'll be learning about the comparison and the logical operators. So we start by linking to our external JavaScript file, lesson6.js, and we have our div tag where we're going to output our results. In the JavaScript file I'm using the anonymous function once again. Once the document is finished loading, it will then execute the contents of this function. So we're going to create a variable. I'm going to store a number in this variable, and I also want to compare this against another value. So I'll say block.innerHTML, and I want to say, is x larger than 5? So I'm asking a question actually. So whenever you work with a comparison operator, you're asking a question. And the answer to that question will always result in either a true or a false. It's either yes or it's no. So in this case, 10 is bigger than 5, so we get a true. If I have to swap this around and use a less than sign, we're asking the question, is 10 smaller than 5? No, it is not, so it returns a false. Okay. We could, for example, say less than or equal to is another comparison operator. So in this case, 10 is less than or equal to 10. 10 would also be greater than or equal to 10 in this case. Another example of a comparison operator is the double equal to sign. This is used to test to see if one value is the same as another value. So in this case we are asking the question, is 10 the same as 10? And the answer should be yes, it is true. Okay, now don't confuse the double equal to sign with a single equal to sign. A single equal to sign is the assignment operator. We are assigning one value to another value. We're assigning one value to a variable. Okay, we're not testing to see if one value is equal to another value. We're assigning it. Whereas with a double equal to sign, we are actually testing to see, does the value of the x variable equal the same as 10? The opposite of the double equal to is the exclamation mark equal to, which basically says, is x not equal to 10? Which is false. Right, then we also get a situation where we might be comparing one value to another value, but the types may be different. So as an example, we could say, does x equal to true? And yes, it does. X does equal to true because in JavaScript a 1 and the value of true seem to be the same thing. In the same way, a 0 in JavaScript is seen to be the same as the value of false. Because in binary we have the numbers 0 and 1. But you would agree with me that even though the values are the same, the types are different. So here we have an integer and here we have a boolean. So if I had to compare an integer to a boolean with a triple equal to sign, you would see that the result would be false. So the triple equal to sign is used to compare the values as well as the types. Both the values and the types must be correct before it will give us a true. So now if I make this a 1 and I check does x equal to true, it should also give me a false, because even though the values are the same, the types are different. However, if I had to set x to true and check if true is equal to true, both the types and the values are the same, so therefore I get a true being returned. So those are the different comparison operators. The opposite of the triple equal to is the exclamation mark double equal to, which is the opposite of the triple equal to sign. Okay, so when in doubt, use the triple equal to and the exclamation mark double equal to if you want more accuracy, because that will check both the types and the values. Right, we also then get our comparison operators. Our logical operators. So if we have somebody's age and we want to test, is this person a teenager? We would need to check if their age is larger than or equal to 13, as well as smaller than or smaller than 20, because someone who's 19 and a half would still be a teenager. So what we could do is we could say, is the age larger than or equal to 13? And that's the symbol for and. This is one of the logical operators. And means both conditions must be met. So I'm saying the age must be larger than or equal to 13 as well as smaller than 20. So, is this person a teenager? Yes, they are. Let's try a couple of other examples. Would a 12-year-old be a teenager? No. Would a 19-year-old be a teenager? Yes. Would a 20-year-old be a teenager? No. So whenever you have more than one condition that must be met, make sure that you use the and in your test. The other logical operator would be the or. So the or is written with a pipe symbol, a double pipe symbol. So you could say, it's saying now the age could be larger than 13 or the age could be smaller than 20. Whenever you work with an or, it means only one of the two conditions needs to be met. So this will actually end up always being true, because even if I set the age to 200 or 2000, that number is larger than 13, so it results in a value of true. Even though 2000 is not smaller than 20, it is bigger than 13, so only one of the two conditions needs to be met for the whole thing to be true. In the same way, if I set the age to a 2-year-old, it will still be true, because even though 2 isn't smaller than greater than or equal to 13, 2 is smaller than 20, and only one of the two conditions needs to be met in order to be true. So let's go back to using an and, because the or in this example makes absolutely no sense. So is a 2-year-old a teenager? No, they are not. The last logical operator is the not, and that is created by using the exclamation mark in front of the test. This reverses the condition. So we're saying, is this person not a teenager? And yes, this person is not a teenager. So any condition you want to test for the opposite of that condition, simply put that whole thing in brackets and add an exclamation mark before the brackets, and you'll have the opposite of that. Okay, that brings us to the end of working with the comparison operators as well as with the logical operators.